Arsenal. Arsenal's biggest rival is Tottenham Hotspur. Their fixture is known simply as the North London Derby. The rivalry traces back to 1913, when Arsenal moved into Tottenham's own patch of North London. It shows up in a few ways: weekly bragging rights, league table position, and a long taboo around players moving directly between the two clubs. Compared to calmer city rivalries elsewhere in England, this one carries real local hostility since both clubs share barely 5 miles of the same postcode. Arsenal fans famously celebrated St. Totteringham's Day, the date each season they were guaranteed to finish above Spurs, a streak that lasted 21 straight seasons before finally ending in 2017. It rarely produces trophy deciders, but few fixtures in England feel this personal every single week. Manchester United. Manchester United's biggest rival is Liverpool. Their rivalry represents a fight for the title of England's most successful club. It's rooted in something older than football, an industrial and economic rivalry between the two cities that dates back centuries. It plays out across trophy counts, European Cup totals, and decades of managerial mind games between the two clubs. Compared to a geographic derby like Manchester United versus Manchester City, this rivalry isn't about distance, since the cities sit over 30 miles apart. It's about historic dominance. Alex Ferguson once said his biggest job at United was ending Liverpool's grip on English football, and that mission defined his entire managerial era. The rivalry has a genuinely dark side too, with some of the ugliest chanting in English football, a reminder that rivalry doesn't always stay sporting. AC Milan. AC Milan's biggest rival is Inter Milan. Their fixture is called the Derby della Madonnina, named after the statue that overlooks the city. Inter was actually founded in 1908 by former Milan members who wanted a club open to foreign players, splitting the city in two from day one. The rivalry spans boardroom politics, transfer taboos, and a European trophy count that still favors Milan 7 titles to 3. Compared to almost every other rivalry on Earth, this is the only one where both clubs share the exact same stadium, San Siro. In 2003, Milan and Inter even met each other in the same Champions League semi-final, a scenario no other city has ever produced at that stage. Because they share a home ground, this rivalry never actually leaves the city, even in the off-season. Celtic. Celtic's biggest rival is Rangers. Together they're known as the Old Firm, Scotland's most intense derby. The rivalry is rooted in identity that goes beyond football, historically tied to Catholic and Irish nationalist support for Celtic against Protestant and Unionist support for Rangers. It plays out through decades of alternating domestic dominance and, at times, real tension that is spilled beyond the stadium walls. Unlike most club rivalries fueled purely by footballing pride, the Old Firm carries social weight that has little to do with the scoreline. When Rangers collapsed financially and dropped into Scotland's lower leagues in 2012, Celtic went on an unprecedented run of domestic titles with their biggest rival gone. This is one of the few rivalries in football where the stakes have genuinely extended past the sport itself. Boca Juniors. Boca Juniors' biggest rival is River Plate. Their fixture, the Super Clásico, is often ranked as the most intense derby on the planet. It grew from Boca's working-class roots in La Boca against River's wealthier following after the club relocated across the city. The rivalry is known for extreme atmosphere, flares, deafening chanting, and a level of tension few stadiums in the world can match. Compared to European derbies, neutral pundits consistently rank the Super Clásico's atmosphere as the most extreme in world football. In 2018, the Copa Libertadores final between the two had to be moved to Madrid after Boca's team bus was attacked before the second leg. Away fans are now banned entirely from this fixture for safety reasons, a rule almost no other major rivalry needs. Real Madrid. Real Madrid's biggest rival is Barcelona. Their fixture El Clásico is the most watched club match in world football. The rivalry is tied to Spain's own political history, with Real Madrid historically associated with centralist Spain and Barcelona with Catalan identity. It plays out through individual duels between the world's best players, boardroom rivalries between club presidents, and a broadcast reach no other match comes close to. Compared to every rivalry on this list, El Clásico is the only one broadcast to nearly every country on Earth. The Messi versus Ronaldo era, from 2009 to 2018, turned this fixture into a global stage for the two greatest players of a generation. For all its glamour, this rivalry still sits on top of a real historical and political tension that predates football itself. 6 clubs, 6 rivalries, each one built on something different. Geography, history, religion, politics, or simply pride. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, you'll love our video on every country's greatest footballer.